Hey, Millie, what are you doing there? Oh, hey! I'm just shopping for some new summer clothes and I saw a t shirt I liked for only $10. Amazing, right? Oh no. Didn't you hear? Hear about what? Fast fashion. Fast fashion what? Fast fashion can be described as a phenomenon that aims to make us consumers buy more clothes. In fact, big fashion retailers such as H&M, Zara, Topshop, Forever 21, Joe Fresh, Victoria's Secret, and many others are producing numerous clothing seasons a year, and each of them can last from a few days up to 6 weeks. For example, the Zara stores receive new garments twice a week. These companies are also producing their clothing in emerging countries like Bangladesh and China, where the factory workers are working in terrible conditions and they are underpaid. Indeed, a textile worker in Bangladesh earns around 77 cents an hour, and child labor is also a really common thing. And all of that leads to us being able to buy clothing pieces at really low prices. With 80 billion garments being produced globally each year, it is also important to think about the environmental repercussions of fast fashion. In fact, fashion has now become the second most polluting industry in the world, right after petroleum. And that is because of the growing use of synthetic fibers such as nylon and polyester, and these are made out of petroleum. The mass production of cotton, which requires huge quantities of water, and the products used in the dyeing process are also polluting waters. On the other hand, ethical fashion or slow fashion is an ethical way of buying clothing. In fact, ethical fashion is about promoting a lower and better consumption of these products. In a lot of cases, ethical clothing pieces are also really minimalist in their neutral colors and timeless cuts. Ethical clothes are made out of eco-materials such as biologic cotton, linen, and various recycled materials. It is not only about caring for the environment, but also for the workers and making sure they get a decent salary. Furthermore, encouraging local companies and designers can also be added to the definition of ethical fashion. Wow! I had never even realized there were so many things involved in the fashion industry. Now, I don't want to buy clothes anymore. What can I do? Oh, Millie, I am here to tell you all about the possible ethical alternatives because we sure don't want to give our money out to this fast fashion industry. First of all, you can swap the clothes that you're not wearing anymore with some friends or some family members. That way, you are giving a second life to some unused pieces and you get to go home with some new clothing pieces. You can buy second-hand clothing from thrift stores like Value Village, Eva, or just your local thrift store. Vintage shops, yard sales, flea markets, and you can even do this online. Indeed, websites like Etsy and Depop are meant for you to be able to buy and sell clothing pieces and other various items. And this is actually my favorite alternative. Some of you might think that ethical fashion brands are expensive. And you're not totally wrong, because some are in fact on the pricier side. However, the following companies are quite affordable and fair trade certified: Everlane, Crochet Kids, Hope Made, Bead and Reel, Pact, and Vemu. You may think it's outdated, but to know how to sew and to repair your clothing pieces can be really useful. You can try learning on your own, maybe ask your grandparents, or just take a class at La Fabrique Éthique. And I actually got the chance to interview the founder of La Fabrique Éthique. So, here it is.
Hi! My name is Sonia Paradis. I own a sewing school called La Fabrique Éthique, and basically the reason why I did open that school in 2011 is because I used to work as a fashion designer in the industry, and I was not agreeing with the practices, like social practices, and also the industry has a huge impact on the environment, and I did not want to participate in that. I wanted to offer alternatives, so I realized that people didn't even know how to sew on a button, and that they would rather throw their garments away instead of actually like fixing them or even refashioning them. So that was the first goal, and after actually the ethical fashion movement has evolved a lot in the last years, and more people got interested in everything that was made locally and by hand. So we kind of moved towards that mission, and now I show people how to sew. I give conferences.
And your students, in what age range are they?
We have students there between, they're mostly young professionals, mostly female. We do have a few boys, but between I would say 25, 35. So a lot of young parents too, a lot of freelancers, people that have their own job. They're not all the artistic types either. It's just they're at a moment in their life where they feel that they want to be more resourceful.
What would be your biggest advice to a teenager like me who just learned about fast fashion and doesn't want to promote that kind of lifestyle anymore?
Well, there's different things. Often, looking at your garment is a good start. Just learning more about fabrics and being able to understand what quality is, and you do not need to spend a lot of money to be eco-friendly, right? It's just open your mind, go to thrift stores, and get interested in local fashion or eco-friendly fashion, and also learning how to sew.
Now, the best thing you could do after watching this video is getting informed even more on the topic. Now, you're aware of the issue in general, but there is so much more to it. Reading books and articles, or even watching videos on the topic or documentaries can only be beneficial to you and our planet. Cool! I thought it would be difficult to buy clothes from now on, but I was so wrong. Exactly. As you've seen, there are plenty of alternatives if you want to buy your clothes in an ethical way, and you can choose the one that suits you the best. Wait! I'd like to say a few words to the viewers. You have the power to change things. So what are you going to do?